Looking for a way to connect in the sports world during these unprecedented times? Or you wanted to showcase your talent? Then sign up for a free account at www.watchmylights.com. My Lights is a social media sports platform that provides all users with a free way to communicate and share sports highlight videos with anyone around the world. So whether you're a coach and want to easily recruit for your players, an athlete and want to showcase yourself, a parent, grandparent, or sports enthusiast, My Lights has you covered. Users can create a free account to share highlight videos, chat, post, and follow other users. My Lights is the new free social media sports platform the sports world has been waiting for. So go to www.watchmylights.com and get started now.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hey, welcome to season 3 of the season 3, right?
Season 3, episode 1.
Season 3, episode 1 of the Off The Dribble podcast, presented and powered by the Warner Robins All-Stars in association with Off The Dribble Hype South Media Network. Again, Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good holiday break. Christmas, New Year's, we missed y'all. But, you know, although some things are new in the new season, some things remain the same from the last year. Coach Tad, I'll give you an opportunity to chime in on that.
I ain't in a real good mood today. This ain't in a real good mood today, man. Just I don't know, man. Just start this football season up. And we were going already. Yeah. Man, just start this football season over again, man. I don't know, man.
It's 2 weeks in a row, ain't it?
3.
Oh.
So we got Joe. I ain't in a real good mood, man. My boy got eliminated today. Man. Oh, we need to go get us a quarterback, man.
But look, man, y'all ain't the only ones that got eliminated today, from what I understand.
No. They ain't the only ones, man. I think there's been a lot that's been eliminated. The boy dude Love probably in a bad mood as well.
He's standing out there in the rain right now.
Yeah.
Just
singing.
I couldn't.
Is he with Dude Love Jr.? They in the rain together,
right?
Now, Dude Love Jr. I don't know what he wants, someone blowing the whistle or something, but Dude Love sitting outside in that chair, man, in the rain. He wouldn't come back in. I tried to get him to come back in. He just chilling out there. He say he can't take it no more.
Just out there, huh?
He just out there. So throw him a towel at the door. He'll dry off and get ready to come in.
Hey, man. Well, I don't know. Season's over with. Did you think it was going to be a different season than last year?
Man, yeah.
You had promise and hope. I think when Chase Young went down and your quarterback situation, I think that was kind of
COVID hit, and not like today. Our starting running back was out today. Antonio Gibson was out today. McKissick, backup running back, he's still out. And I really don't care. I just say bad luck to everybody else's team. The Saints won today. Marquez had a good day. I think he had like 90 yards receiving, 6-7 catches.
But they're not a lot for the playoffs, are they?
Yeah. No, I think it depends on next week.
Yeah, they might
something, right? Yeah.
Because Philadelphia won, and I
the Cowboys.
Cowboys lost.
Cowboys lost.
That's a plus for me.
Yeah, Cowboys lost.
Yeah,
Giants lost.
See, let me tell you, and I hope these people are watching. Matter of fact, I hope they're watching. They gave me the devil all last week about the Cowboys, last 2 weeks. Cowboys fans, this, that, and the other.
So you kind of earned that, though.
Yeah, well, I did, but it don't make a difference. Cowboys ain't beat nobody with no winning record. You see what happened to them today, didn't you?
Yeah. Kyler Murray was running all over.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So they just picked that mean, and now they find to play somebody with a winning record, and look what happened to them.
Hey, Charles, how your team doing, man?
Looking good, man. We beat the Ravens today.
Y'all beat the Ravens?
Pulled that one out, 20-19. We play off lock, so we good to go, man.
Y'all locked in?
We locked in, man. Just got to stay healthy and try to escape some of those COVID protocols. So,
yeah, it's been hitting them.
Yeah, that's been hitting hard.
Yeah.
So if we can do that, man, I think we got a pretty decent shot at getting to the Super Bowl. So,
there you go. Tat, who you now that you guys are done, who you rooting for?
Nobody. Bad. Everybody.
The Rams. He rooting for
I'm gonna tell y'all, man. And never mind. I ain't gonna.
Nah, man, tell us.
Oh man, just a buddy of mine got mad. Well, I ain't say he got mad, but he bad luck. The fool cursed us. We was on a 4-game winning streak, and he posted about us. And as soon as he did it, he been bad luck all this other time. All the teams he talk about losing. As soon as he did it, there it is.
Yeah.
We went down quick. Yeah.
So I tell you, I'm kind of superstitious as well, man. So the last 3 or 4 weeks, I have not been watching the Rams. I feel like every time I watch them, they have a bad game. So I followed on Google.
Yeah. I'm like that too, man. Well, I don't know if I'm necessarily like that, but I'll be watching. Like, I won't watch a game of a team that I like, and I'll turn to that game, and they'll be winning when I turn to the game, and then when I start watching the game, it's like I brought them some bad luck. So I'll lead the game.
Yeah. So that's me too. So I wear my jersey the day before, and then.
See me, I'm total opposite. I watch my game. I have both of my jerseys with me. If we're playing good in the first half, keep my jersey on. But if we're playing bad in the first half, I switch jerseys.
I mean, you really take this thing serious.
Yeah. I switched jerseys today. We still lost. So scrapping that.
You got to come up with a new technique.
Got to come up with a new technique, man. I don't know.
You got about 7 months, 6 months?
Well, we play next week, but that don't mean nothing. Just a scrimmage game, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hey, speaking of that, man, let me ask you this. So the conversation, I was watching College Game Day yesterday, and they brought up the whole players not playing in bowl games if it's not for the national championship. What y'all think about that?
Me personally, I think I mean, I can kind of see it both ways, but I do think it's stupid because if you make a commitment to fulfill that commitment, I mean, go ahead, Charles. So I'm gonna say it's meaningless games, but it's no meaningless game. You play to make it to a bowl every year.
Yeah. So I think it's good you made it, right? So I think that your younger players, if you 5 years and under, you should go play. I think your veteran. This is me. I think your veteran guys who struggle to stay. Oh, you talking about college? I thought you talking about Pro Bowl. My bad.
No.
I thought you talking about Pro Bowl. I don't understand. Okay, my bad. Oh, my bad.
But you in college more than 5 years?
No. Yeah, my bad, KP. Bowl games, college.
Yeah, college bowl games.
Yeah. Go play.
Now, or does it mean that I fulfilled my commitment by helping us get this winning record to get to a bowl game, and now I got aspirations of making it to the league, so I'm about to go start training.
Now let me ask you this: they don't play in that bowl game, and like you said, you fulfilled your commitment to help them with a winning record.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to the bowl game, you win the bowl. Are you expecting the bowl ring?
I don't think you are. I don't think that's some players aren't because they're like, what does this bowl ring do for me when I can jumpstart my NFL career?
That bowl ring means a lot.
To some
people, yeah.
Yeah, to some they don't. So the ones that saying I will forfeit this bowl game so I can start training, I don't think it means that much to them. It's a
are you
that a means to an end? I think that's a means to an end, right? So I put all my efforts and all those things.
No, even after the pro game, you still got pro days at school,
right? But do you see more and more people are doing it? I think, and they're doing it for injury reasons.
You can get hurt. You can get hurt training.
I agree with you, but these are the reasons why people are saying they opting out. I'm not saying I agree with it. Again, at the end of the day, it's your decision. I think it sucks for your team, right? Because
I think it's selfish,
right?
That's what I think.
But people are doing it.
So are you a first round pick? Or first round picks doing it, or are you second, third round doing it?
I think potentially these are first round pick guys.
Man, I don't know. I think it depends on how your season's going. If you've been injury prone and you're just getting back healthy, I understand that piece of it.
But did the NCAA do it to itself by saying, okay, only these teams, by identifying? Well, I guess that the bowls games have always been identified that way, but only these bowl games count towards the national championship. So now at that point, now you made this, a meaningless game, so to speak. It is a quote unquote, unless it's a New Year's Six bowl game or something like that. But if it's the Taco Bell Bowl, am I gonna go play in that? And our record was what you got to be win 6 games to be eligible, 6 and 7 on the year. You made it to the Taco Bell Bowl. I don't care about this bowl game.
Man, it's still
I'm a projected first round pick.
To me, it's still a commitment to your so-called brothers on that team.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know, man. For me, I would have to look at the data and the trends of how many players have got hurt in those type of bowl games and their stock went down. I would have to see. That data, that trend, or whatever.
But think about it. It's a lot of them that played in the bowl game stock went down because they ain't did nothing. They hyped them up all year long.
Yeah, and then there's probably some the stock went up.
Right.
So
So it depends on where you at, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the NFL Combine. I'm not participating. I ain't participating in the drills.
It's only a select few people that can do that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Right, but it's
that's
level. That's different, bro.
I think that's different now.
Because you looking at a combine like some. I think that if you done enough and showed enough athleticism, because that's all the combine is doing is showing your athleticism. If you had enough footage on the field and you already
I don't want to stop. I don't want to come out here and have a bad showing at the combine. The people do hold up. They do take that as something as well.
Yeah, those combine.
Yeah, but it's some that does real good at the combine still don't get drafted.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of bowl games, what do you guys think about the Georgia, Michigan, and the Cincy, Alabama game?
I thought what was supposed to happen happened.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be close on either side of it. I know a lot of people had it. Somebody said Cincy was going to go out. I don't see that.
Yeah, the same guy I was telling you about when we went on game winning streak. He took Cincinnati and look what happened. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah, I didn't think. I mean, I'm not as into football as basketball, but I mean, kind of the proof is in the pudding that you got to see the SEC it's tough, bro.
Well, Georgia been playing. To me, Georgia been playing at a pro level all year, bro. Like they've been. The gap has been huge in their opponents. My opinion.
So let me ask you this: so when they play,
I'm just going to say that.
So when they play Alabama the first time, do you think that Georgia was trying to be too cute or too outsmarting versus just sticking to what they were? I think they got away from their game plan a little bit. What they have been doing.
I think they got away from their game plan, and that's something you can't do when you facing Nick Saban. Nick Saban will exploit any weaknesses.
Right.
Besides that game, yeah, I would say that.
I thought Alabama made Georgia one-dimensional. Yeah. And wore
down. Do you think Georgia helped them make them one-dimensional though?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of that had to do with the defense too now.
No, yeah. But I think they were doing stuff that they normally wouldn't do, right? Because Georgia's gonna press. They're gonna keep running the ball until something break.
But that's what
they're going to have time with a 7-point, 3-point lead to prove their point. Because in the second half, that's when they really want to wear you down.
But I think you got to give Nick Saban props, man. I think he forced that issue with his front four that he has. That front four is very, very talented. You're not going to just run. That's not a defense. You're going to run.
No, right. I agree. I think they gave him too much credit. It's a way of giving you credit, but I'm still going to test it a little bit. I ain't just going to switch up my whole game plan, and it's the only point you played this way for one game. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I mean, Nick Saban is a master at what he does, in preparation and getting his team ready, man. So when I say Georgia's been dominant, I'm excluding that game because it's so hard to prepare for a team like Alabama, bro. Right. And vice versa.
No, I'm with you. I agree with you. Hey, let's get to Bruce comment here.
Bruce said if you had two guys rated equal by NFL and one plays in the bowl and shines and the other skips, does that shape who you draft? No, because I think it's body of work. It's body of work.
And here's the thing: the NFL don't care about all that, man, because they've already proven and shown us that I'm still going to take somebody that skips a bowl game if they're a talent, right? So we look at, and this is kind of in the same vein, but a little different, I guess. Josh Gordon, right? Or you look at these people that have had these issues, continuous issues. Every time Josh Gordon is reinstated by the NFL, the team picks him up immediately. When is the last time this cat dominated anything? But because based on him being a potential talent, he's going to keep getting that chance, right? So I think we've all heard about what happened with Antonio Brown today, right? Kind of the same thing. You're going to keep getting the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, it's about winning, and winning drives the money. So I think those talents will always have a place. So the NFL isn't looking, yeah, you did that over there. That's cool. But over here, we just need you to do this to help us win.
I think Antonio Brown today was the straw that broke the camel's back. I think he's.
Oh, for him, yeah, that's a wrap for him. Yeah,
I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done too. But like I said, not to pick on Josh Gordon, but this guy has been suspended numerous times for drugs, right? Drug use or whatever, and then has like indefinite suspensions. And every time they reinstate him, he gets picked up immediately.
Yeah, because it's weed, man. He got to leave the weed alone. Just say it. Ain't like the man out there doing every time I've seen Josh Gordon get whatever, it's because of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. And my thing is this: leave that man alone, man. It's like he got some mental stuff he's going through. Let him work through it. Leave that man alone. My thoughts.
How old is that cat though?
Man, he got to be late 20s, early 30s.
Right. At some point, ain't that you past your prime, ain't you?
Man, you know they say that's a lot.
Not if you ain't played.
Yeah, not if you ain't played. I'm with you, Tat. I'm with you, Tat. Like
Father Time's still a thing, man.
Hey, 29 and you ain't played in 3 years. You like 38.
Man.
But I'm just saying though. But at some point, the NFL got to realize what the mental issues that some of these cats are going through. The athletes, period. So I think, and I'm not condoning this. I'm not condoning any type of drugs to serve as an outlet for any mental issues you have. But they need to do a better job you know what I'm saying, helping these young men with their
Stay
mental
off the
issues.
weed.
Stay off the weed with different alternatives. Just saying. Maybe it shouldn't be so harsh. I'll put it that way.
Hey, so another thing, man. Speaking of that, something I've recently discovered or found out or whatever. It's a lot of sports psychologists, right? For youth. I didn't realize that was such a big thing for high school kids.
Yeah. Could you imagine getting yelled at by Tat for 4 months straight?
Yeah, that could send somebody into something. And I'm saying that to say, right? So I'm examining that. Like, let's examine that, right? So is it that much pressure? Are these kids under that much pressure?
No, just do what you're supposed to do the first time. And don't continue to make the same mistake.
Pressure somewhere, bro.
Nah, ain't no pressure. Listen, it ain't no pressure.
It may not be pressure from you as an individual coach.
No, it ain't
but if
pressure.
I'm setting these goals, right, and my goals are to get
scholarship,
right?
Let's go ahead, Ted.
No, we talk to the kids about this all the time. It ain't any pressure. Just do what you've been coached to do. That's all we ask. Now, we tell them, you're going to make mistakes. Because you a 15, 16-year-old kid. We know you're going to make mistakes, but we are there to correct those mistakes. So you don't make the same mistakes. Same way in life. You get stopped by the police for speeding. Guess what you ain't going to do next time? You ain't going to swear. Some people.
Yeah, some
people. But what I'm saying is
the most learned lesson.
Yeah, and that's all that we teach when we fuss is don't continue to make the same mistake. We know you're gonna make mistakes.
But I do think this. So you use a Josh Gordon. Let's go back to a Josh Gordon. This is a cat who's been performing at a high level probably since a very young age. And probably was never shown how to handle any stressful situation, mental or whatever the case may be. So he, his outlet was weed. But if you can give a kid a different outlet, whether it's, I talk about this all the time, whether it's massage therapy, yoga, somebody to talk to, something, showing them different ways to handle those stressful, whatever's causing them stress, whether it's life, whether it's basketball, whether it's whatever. But kids, young athletes, if they are trained on how to handle those things at an early age, man, I think that you won't have as many running to prescription drugs or. But you can't compare those kids' situation to Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon got millions of dollars. No. So somebody who's going to like Josh Gordon. He ain't just started smoking weed. That man been smoking weed since he been in high school, bro. He ain't telling me nothing. That ain't. If he can't get off the weed, ain't nothing he started when he got millions of dollars. He been smoking, just got caught up when he got millions of dollars. I think kids. But he never learned what those other outlets could be. That's what I'm saying.
I just think in those type situations, a lot of these kids are followers.
No, I think kids gravitate to things that they may not know anything else. Maybe he gravitating to what he knows. I'm not gonna say he's a follower. I would say he's gravitating to what he knows and things like that. That's what I think.
I think it was, and to your point, Charles, I'm with you, right? So and maybe he did or maybe he didn't, but at some point he smoked, right? And that became an outlet for him. At some point, right? But this is a twofold type of question, though, right? I didn't mean to cut you off, Chad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this becomes a twofold type of question or conversation because the other side is, as a youth, how many youth have we seen come up and has been given the benefit of the doubt on a lot of stuff or catered to because of their skill set, and then they get to college or they get to the pros, and now it's not the same way. So now they mentally can't deal with that either because they've been gifted all of these things.
But see, the thing about it is, in Josh Gordon's situation, he's been slapped on the wrist every time he does it, and they continue to let him back. So it's no consequences. Well, I guess the so-called consequences is, well, we're gonna suspend you, but we're gonna let you back.
Yeah.
We're gonna suspend you, but we're gonna let you back. But
I only use Josh Gordon's situation to talk about a 15, 16-year-old kid. Who doesn't know but one outlet, because that's the only outlet he's been introduced to. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is there's different ways to handle it. And if a kid, if you show a young man or young woman different ways to handle it, I think that would be more beneficial to them as a student athlete down the road.
To me personally, a 15, 16-year-old kid, yes, I was 15 to 16 years old before. Yes, I was. They don't need to be around that stuff, period.
I agree.
They don't. Is it going to be around them when they go to parties and this, that, and other? Yes, it's going to be there. But they got to have a strong enough mind to say, no, I ain't doing that. I know y'all can do it, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them are peer pressure. And matter of fact, I ain't gonna even say peer pressure. I'm gonna just say they followers. They see the in crowd doing it.
Yeah.
Guess what? Now I'm doing it. Now guess what happened when the parents find out? Now that the parents drop the helm on them.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think that's definitely the case in a lot of situations. All I'm saying is, as a parent, I prefer to show my kid other ways to different outlets to handle stress. That's all I'm saying. Yes. That ain't the way. Try this.
Josh Gordon's been suspended at least 6 times.
That's a slap on the wrist. That's what I'm saying. And they continue to let him back. But I mean, I don't know, man. These I understand that they might think it's fun, this, that, and the other, but these kids ain't. Especially if you're an athlete, man.
Man, speaking of a Johnson that I'm happy to see back is Joe Johnson with the Celtics, man. I know he got
ISO Joe.
ISO Joe, man. He got a 10-day, man. I was happy to see that.
He's still there?
That's the thing. I don't know.
You see, Isaiah Thomas got picked up by
was it Dallas or Sacramento?
Dallas. Yeah, Dallas.
They didn't play around. He got up off the Lakers quick, ain't
he? Yeah.
You're right, Bruce.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right.
Right.
You're absolutely right. And I tell you 100% right. I just say you 100% right. I mean, it's some parents do it around them. I mean, they don't, but still, their parents are grown. But I mean, I don't think they should do it around them and this, that, and other. But their parents are grown. When you're 15 to 16 years old, you know right from wrong.
Yeah.
You know right from wrong. So, and if you do it,
you're wrong. I thought that was interesting, man. That's like I think I had heard of it before or whatever, but had conversations where that's kind of more prevalent now, the sports psychologists.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You got a lot of them. You got a lot of sports psychologists sit at home too. Or sit in the bleachers. Sit in the bleachers. Psychologists / coaches.
Yeah.
Sit in the bleachers, tell you what you did wrong, and holler at him, sub this person in, get him out.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, man, what y'all Screaming Demon, man?
Oh, Screaming Demon went well, man. Finished off the year on a 4-game winning streak. Moved up to 6-5. We got a couple players back. Antoine Jackson, Davion Walker, Cam Flowers, Isaiah Gibson. Got those 4 kids off the football team. Gave us some toughness. Gave us some depth. Gave us a defensive mindset. You know, and it kind of brought practice to life when those guys got there. You know, made things a little bit more physical. Those guys that's been there made them, you know, step their game up a whole lot about being physical. So you know, in the 4 games that we won, man, we played totally different defensively. You know, just like I said, from the aspect of being more tougher, more physical. You know, our anticipation. You know, just getting in the passing lanes. You know, just communicate more defensively. So you know, it's just those things, man, that those kids brought, man, has turned us around a good bit. I should say that.
Yeah. Hey, and I know we got a guest backstage, so we're gonna get to it, but I definitely got to give a shout out to Coach Buddy, Coach Cornelius over at Hoco. They got off the losing slide that they were on and pulled out 3 games over that break, man, between the Bear Brawl and the game that they played over at the Screaming Demons. So congratulations to them. Putting it all together, getting the rotations, getting all of those things ready for region play. So I'm excited about region play going in.
Man, I tell you, Coach Buddy's doing a tremendous job over there, him and Coach Cornelius, man, of getting the kids ready. You know, they responding well.
And, bear down. Talk about it, Gabe.
Yeah, there you go. There you go with that. There you go with that. But yeah, Buddy's doing a tremendous job, man. I'm proud of him. You know, just text here and now.
Yeah.
You know, throughout the season, man, and kind of tell him, you know, just stay with it, stay the course. I mean, he knows what it takes, and he gonna get it done.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think they're hitting their groove right at the right time, man. Yeah. So going to the region play is the perfect time to get it. This where it really counts. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see. it.
I tell you what, man. There's a few matchups I'm looking forward to seeing with a couple football players being back.
Happy New Year's, Gabe.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, Gabe.
Appreciate you, brother. With a couple teams hitting their grooves, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to see a few matchups and see how things shake out.
Oh yeah, hey, and I definitely I would be remiss, as they say, if I didn't bring up the one overtime win that Hoco had. That was a big win for them. So it showed a lot with them fighting through and being up, being down, fighting back, going in overtime. Wasn't going their way, went their way, and were able to pull that game out. That kind of set the tone, I think. I think that's going to be the tone setter.
I would say this, man. That was a big game for Hoco because they are a young team. Even though they have some seniors, they are a young team, and learning how to win games in tight situations, that goes a long way. The earlier you start doing that, the better you are down the road. So kudos, man. Kudos,
yeah. The same way with veterans, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same way with veterans.
Man, you can't count veterans out of game.
Never quit. Yeah. Never stop playing. He does it. I'm telling you, he does it year in and year out with his kids. They're never out of a ball game, ever. They're going to play hard to the end, no matter the score. And he's going to coach hard to the end, no matter the score.
They play hard and they play the right way.
Yeah, they always find themselves.
They don't lose their cool when they're down. They play hard and they play the right way. Positive energy.
Yeah, man. So just it's region players coming up. Our girls are steady rolling. Hoco girls are steady rolling. Central girls are rolling. Southwest is playing well. West Side is actually playing well. Don't shout out to Coach Groove, West Side. You know,
Coach Q, they already surpassed they win-loss from last year. They win from last year. Shout out to Coach Harnett.
Man, I'll tell you this, man. I've been coaching for a while, but it has been travel ball and stuff like that. Mostly travel ball, not a whole lot of school ball. But I'll tell you this, man. In those situations, those tight game situations, I found that the more calm I am, the more calm my team is. If I'm amped up, they amped up and tense.
So I bet you do realize I've been on the bench with you a couple of times when you was amped up, right?
It's hard, man. Hey, look, bro. It's hard from
just once or twice.
But now I'll tell you a lot of that.
And I've been on the bench with you, amped up.
Yeah, you done stopped me before. That's my bad right there.
A lot of that comes from preparation though, and practice though.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff comes from preparation and practice. Just practicing situational basketball. Coach Gorman does it all the time.
Yeah.
He does it all the time. Just practice those different situations. Different times on the shot clock. Not shot clock, but different times on the clock running down. Yeah. Just putting kids in different types of situations. You know, if they screw it up, then you teach them, talk to them, show them. So,
yeah. Well, yeah.
So I'll say this, real in Charles' defense, right, and hopefully in mine as well. It's not the actual gameplay; it's the referees.
Hey, I have all the right intentions going to that game. Like, I ain't gonna fuss with no refs. I'm telling myself this now. I ain't gonna argue with no refs. I'm trying not to raise my voice.
Yep.
Man, we get in that game. Oh, that's going out the window.
Well, you sound like me.
Some of these refs, my man. Some of these refs. But anyway, let's get out of that, man. Let's bring our guest to the stage.
Ty, what's up,
baby?
What's up, fellas? What is going on?
What's up, brother?
Man, talk about Charles having going off on the referees.
I know. I heard. I was about to ask for some commentary on that or some insight into that.
Oh man, I don't even know if I can. I lose my mind. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth half the time.
Ty, we gotta talk about that when the cameras ain't on, man.
Okay.
We don't want to incriminate Charles.
We got plenty of time off camera for sure.
Yeah.
No question.
What's up, man? Happy New Year.
Likewise, man. Likewise. I appreciate y'all letting me bring it in with you all, man.
Oh yeah, all good, man. You know how it go. Episode 1 of season 3, brother.
I'm blessed. I appreciate it, man. Sincerely.
Yeah. Hey, so first of all, man, how's the family? How was the New Year's? How was the holidays? Good break?
It was great, man. Able to I think we all kind of hit that reset button in our own way. You know, when we flip the calendar, you know, you kind of shoot out your texts and your calls and check in on everybody. Everybody's good, man. Good spirits and ready to get going. How things you guys way?
Hey, slow motion for me, man.
Yeah.
Hey, just getting through this season, man, and getting on to the summer season.
Yeah.
No question. I know. Yeah.
Get family time in before the season starts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get too much family time in.
I ain't going there with you, KP. No comment.
That man crazy.
Put the tester out and see if anybody watching.
I'm pretty sure you'll be getting some in a second.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, all good, man. We get out of that. Ty, what's up, man? You got a new situation, brother. VP of Marquee Hoops.
I do. Yeah, man. I'm happy to be on board, man. I'm entering maybe 2.5 months, 3 months. The timeline is hazy, man, but excited to be on board, man. They did some great things this past year, and I'm just excited to be a part of it, man.
There you go. Talk about it a little bit. What is Marquee Hoops?
Yeah, so it's a company that's based out of New York. Obviously, one of the questions I get the most, and rightfully so, as I'm out here at different events is, Ty, have you moved? It's a valid question. I get it. I'm still here in Georgia. I'll still be bouncing around some different places. But it's a company based out of New York. I'll be expanding us down here to the Southeast where, obviously I think it's a lot of talented teams and, we want to try to make, kind of create our lane and get involved with programs like you guys along the way. So, Marquee started around the time that COVID did. And so obviously, you take your bumps and your bruises as far as being a new company. But I'll say this, if you can pop off and make a name for yourself during a one of the worst things in recent memory, then I think, kind of sky's the limit from there. So, we got a good thing going for ourselves. We've got, great guys like Russ Hoffer and Bentley and a couple other guys who just work at it, man. Just work at it.
Hey, so this is this circuit, so to speak, or this brand. Is it geared towards middle school, high school, or a combination of both?
It started out primarily with middle school teams. Obviously, I think one of my stronger points or more of my relationships over the years have been more in the high school age. So we're kind of putting those two things together. So between down south, Midwest, West Coast, and up north, we've got a little bit of everything across the board now. Whether that be middle school camps, high school tournaments, the whole nine. So yeah, it started out as middle school, but man, we've kind of spread our wings and we're taking off across the board now.
Yeah. Talk about some of the things you guys are trying to bring to these games, man. That's a little different from what's currently going on out here on the circuit.
Yeah, no question. I think without getting too specific about just the specific events right now, I think the thing that I'm impressed with the most, having been to one of our events, is just the attention to detail, whether that be the branding or some of the behind the scenes stuff we do that kids may or may not notice, but I think when they compare, some of our stops to some things that they may play on other weekends, that's when they'll be able to see the difference. Right. So, whether that is playing with the shot clock at the eighth grade level, I think that's huge. Whether it be some of the branding to really give it a first class feel in terms of, you guys actually being a part of something. I know everybody, tends to gravitate in their own ways to different sponsored leagues. But I think with this one, you walk in our doors and you're going to notice immediately that we kind of put some money into it to make sure that the kids feel proud to be playing there that weekend. So that's just a few of the things that we have going for ourselves, and ultimately, man, it's just a lot of hard work that we're putting into it. And I think, teams are going to be able to tell that pretty early on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you brought up kind of being successful during this pandemic time frame. When did it really start bubbling up for y'all?
Man, I think I want to say it actually was created right before the pandemic hit. Right. So I think, the last thing you want to do is create the company and it collapse, for the sake of, obviously COVID and everything we were dealing with. So it was kind of like, hey, let's, buckle down. And they did a good job of just kind of fighting through it, and taking their lumps and working through it along the way. I think when you can come out of a pandemic and have a 300 team national event, your first year as a company, I think that just kind of speaks to the groundwork that was laid months before I came on board, right? That stuff that was already in place. So, they just done a good job with it, man. And again, I think if you can make your way through a pandemic, your first year as a company, I think everything else is stuff you can take in stride.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Hey, so I gotta ask you, because we were talking about it. So what's our referees gonna be like over there, man?
Hey, listen, man. I don't have a magic wand or something like that to make it. By no way am I guaranteeing we're gonna have the best referees in the country. I don't want that. I don't want anybody watching to hold me to that. I will say again, I think if you ask me what the difference is, I think, and I'll kind of take people behind the scenes a little bit, I think it's the communication that we have with the ref assigners about some of our expectations. Right. I think it's the Zoom meetings that we have with the referee assigner and some of his better refs before the event. I think it's the 15 minutes, we spend with them before the first tip off of the weekend, just to kind of reiterate some of the same stuff that we've talked to them about already. Right. So I say that to say, is it going to be perfect? No. But again, there's that lead up to it of we've said X, Y, and Z 15 times before the first jump ball. You know what I mean? And then you add the fact that, again, when you start talking shot clocks and stuff like that, it only makes sense to throw a third ref on the court as much as possible. So that's another thing I take pride in, or we take pride in terms of adding another ref to as many courts as we can, middle school and high school for that matter.
Oh yeah, no, that's good stuff.
I'll say this, man. One of the in KPU, I think he was with me. One of the best refs we had. The guy pulled us to the. I can't remember what event it was at. He pulled the coaches up to the middle of the floor. He said, "Hey, look, getting these kids ready for the next level of play. So this is what I'm going to allow. I'm going to allow this. I ain't going to call everything. Some stuff they're going to have to play through, yada, yada, yada." Like, he had that conversation right up front. I was like, oh, man, this all right. I know what the expectation is. Da. Boom, gotcha. And then, and that game was ref good, right? Then we go down.
It don't look like. I don't know.
It worked out. It worked out.
It worked out. It didn't go in our favor. It didn't go in our favor.
I don't know what experience the stat had, but that game worked out.
All I'm saying is, don't tell me 8 possessions later that we playing by Georgia high school rules.
But that don't do that for us. Right.
So Tech, I now listen. I almost cut, but I'm gonna tell you this. Now I went to a different tournament. And Cat told me, I was like, "Hey man, that's 5 seconds. Playing defensive 5 seconds." He's like, "Oh, we don't call that." I say, "Boy, you better I started to pack up and leave."
Hey, but then his partner comes down, right? And she says, "Yeah, we call that."
I tell referees all the time. I say, "Listen, I'm not trying to call y'all inconsistent, but it looks as y'all are inconsistent when you were calling something on one end and your partner's not. So that looks inconsistent."
Yeah,
you don't want to hear that.
So for travel ball, I think the best communication for a referee, is to get it out right out the gate. Hey, this is what we expect. This is my expectation. This is the way it's going to go. I found that I'm less likely to blow a gasket at game.
Right.
For me.
Right.
I'm gonna blow one anyway.
I'll say this, man. I think to your point,
then I'm probably less likely.
I think to your point, man, is at the very least a conversation helps. You know what I mean? Like, and again, for us, it's a conversation with the person that's hiring them, assigning them to us. Then there's the conversation with all of us before the event. It's a conversation before the first jump ball. And hell, if you get in a position where one ref is calling one, the other ref is calling another one, we're going to have the rules all kind of, nice and neat for you right there on the table. You know what I mean? So by the time you've said it 3-4 times, it's like, that's about all you do on our end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. And I'll be honest with you, Ty. There's been times it's been bad ref, and it didn't matter about the bad ref. We just got blew out. It didn't matter which way they called it. I still blew a gasket, but
no, it happens.
And it's been vice versa for us. We put teams out. Sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it don't.
Or the cat been refereeing for 6 hours and you got the last game of the night.
Oh, man, bro, my feet tired. I'm like,
that's happened to me before, and I'll let the ref know I wasn't.
Yeah, Joker told me that before too. My feet tired. I said, yeah, but your hand ain't gonna be tired catching that check.
Right. Yeah, we ain't gonna play that game.
I ain't gonna get too far into the ref, but I've been on both ends of the stick, man. When it's worked out in my benefit.
It is what it is. It's a love-hate relationship. We out of that. Ty, y'all gonna be doing any camps?
Man, we are. I'm still looking to get some different stuff together in the spring. I feel pretty confident in that on getting that out to some people here soon. And then in the fall, absolutely. I think for us, that's the part that I'm actually excited to see in action because I haven't seen it myself. But we do some drastically different things that I'm personally used to and some things that I've seen in the South. I don't want to get too in deep with it just yet because I do think some of the stuff is going to be copied pretty quick. That's how confident I am in it. I'm excited about it. But it's just a different field than what I've seen here in the Southeast. So yeah, we'll have some different stuff in coming up in the spring and the fall for sure.
Now you mentioned Southeast and y'all kind of spread out across the country. Talk about where exactly your events at and kind of where y'all at.
Yeah, man. So to your point, a little bit of everywhere. So again, the company's based out of New York, so obviously there's a really strong base up that way. Me being down south, obviously I'll look to expand this down here. And I think the part that I'm also looking forward to is, man, I'll have our West Coast events as well. I've been back and forth to Arizona and Vegas over the past month. We've got a middle school event in Vegas coming up in February. We've got a whole West Coast league that's a 5-stop circuit. With honestly, a lot of those teams will be coming back south too for a separate event. So again, we're all over the place. The Midwest as well. I think the only place that we haven't tapped into just yet is going to be kind of down in Texas and Oklahoma and kind of that region. But man, we're spread out all over the place. I know for me, man, it's that 3-hour difference, man. 12 o'clock for me is 9 o'clock for others. So balance like that. You know what I mean? But no, it's fun though. Yeah. It's fun. We're a little bit all over the place though.
All right, so we're gonna have to start nicknaming you Worldwide Ty.
Nah, Worldwide man, I don't know about
that. WWT.
I'll say like this.
I think that's it. Worldwide T.
I don't know about that. I'll say if you catch me in the gym and I'm trying to, looking a little gloomy eyed, I might just be, man. It's time difference of conversations, man, or eat at you quick. So still getting adjusted to stuff like that, man. But it's fun. I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day. There's worse things to talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. 100%.
For sure.
So I actually, I'm my 8th grade group. We're gonna find out tonight what we doing. So
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Now me and Tat
find out tonight.
When Tat said
that's a real live conversation too with that 8th grade.
Bro, they all over the place. I love it though, man. I love them, man. I love my parents, man.
Me and Tat were texting about it a little bit before when he sent me the link. We were texting about it. I know that's something you all gotta chop it up about and kind of work through. But I think the national circuit itself, man. I think again, I think so much of what we're doing is just different, right? In terms of tying in and I talked to you guys a little bit about it. But in terms of having a national circuit where it's not just, it's exactly what it sounds like, right? Mm-hmm. It's, the South, you'll have some teams from the East, you'll have some Midwest teams, West Coast teams, everybody playing within the region. Obviously for travel purposes, you don't want middle school kids bouncing all over the place. But then it all comes together in Ohio. I think that's a really good look. And it throws them in the fire and kind of breaks up their, it's not monotonous. They're playing some different teams from some different areas. It's kind of getting thrown in the fire early. And then obviously for you having an 8th grade team, man, the vast majority of teams I've talked to, when I mention shot clocks, it changes things a little bit. It's just another, it's just another level
element. Yeah, it's another element, man. And I'll say this, man. I did a little bit of research going through y'all social media. I'm like, boy, it's some real live smoke up in that joint, bro. And for that 8th grade, so and KP can tell you, he had his boys at 9th grade now that he's coaching. So there's a lot of reclasses that's happening. I'm looking at these boys, not like 6, 7. Wait, where he come from? I call myself trying to follow, you know what I'm saying, trying to stay in touch with what's going on in the 2026 class, and then a kid pop up. I'm like, whoa, wait.
It happened quick.
So we kind of did the same thing with KP group, the 2025 group, and we started seeing kids like, whoa, wait a minute. So now I'm starting to see it with 2026. So that's a real live thing. So they're
getting younger and better, man. I mean, you know, again, I think to your point of the reclassing and stuff like that, you know, one of the things that I like that we have things like, you know, what I'm about to speak on, you know, in place in terms of the rules and regulations of it, right? Like, especially at that middle school level, with the reclassing and kids jumping from team to team, I think you can kind of nip some of that stuff in the bud earlier than it helps them later on, right? And so what I mean is some of those things are, you know, you can only enter in one team per age group just for the sake of we want coaches and program directors feeling like they're putting their best team in it. You know what I mean? I've joked with other people like, man, there isn't a Los Angeles Lakers A and a Los Angeles Lakers blue. You know what I mean? It's your best team together and you're trying to win it. You know, and there is no, you know, hey, we're gonna have our A and B team in here, and then, you know, your B team's getting kicked around, your A team is doing good, and then you moving teams from your B team to your A team or vice versa. It's like, nah, man, we're not, you know, again, with this being an actual circuit, we're trying to treat it like such. You know, after that first weekend, your rosters are locked in. You can't change them anymore. You know, and I'm sure there'll be some special cases, whether that be COVID or whatever, what have you. But again, I think, you know, the word circuit or league or whatever gets tossed around, and it doesn't mean anything. But for us, it does. You know, all these games matter towards eventually getting to that championship. So I think if you set that tone early, I know you all were talking about it in some way before I hopped on the call, but I think earlier you kind of set those habits, man, the better.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk about how your tournaments will be set up. So will there be like a gold bracket, silver bracket, or is there just one bracket? How you guys plan on setting that up for that age?
Yeah. So with the national circuit itself, the way it is we're taking 60 teams from every region. And I'll just speak on the South right now. So we'll have 60 teams from the South, and in an ideal world, that's 30 from each age group, right? 5th through 8th. And obviously there's a sliding scale based on how those numbers kind of break out. But regardless of that, you're not going to be broken up like that until you go to the championship, right? So you'll have your 7-game regular season. You'll play your games. We'll stat you out. We'll keep your record, see how you play. And then from there, when everybody advances to the championship, that's when we'll kind of look at records and start to filter people in different brackets and stuff from there. So that's the question. Everybody starts together. You're not going to play everybody, obviously, but we start together and then kind of break you up how you play based on your record once we get to the championship.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know for you guys, man, you guys middle school groups in particular, you know, obviously you all have always had really, really good competitive high school groups, but you all's middle school groups always seem the ones to walk out of event 3-0, 4-0. So I take it personally. I'm almost got to pick up myself.
Yeah.
No, that's from Tat yelling at everybody, man.
Hey, so let me tell you, Tat, Ty, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this how this thing works, right? So me and Coach KP. So I use my group. I get them going. I'm like, man, these jokers ain't acting right. I send them over there to Tat. Tat get them. They they scared out their shoes. They do anything that man tell them. Like, they don't listen to me. They'll go 2-3 weeks. The first couple of weeks, they good. Then Tat get them. He'll say something. I don't know where Tat get these words of wisdom. I guess that's what you call them.
Hey. Yeah. Let me reenact what happens. So we're practicing. Tat sitting at the table on his phone. And then he like, hey man, let me call you back.
Yeah.
When he say, hey, let me call you back,
right?
Something's about to happen.
Yeah, no doubt. I've been on the other end of that. I've been the one that he's had to call back. I get it.
Hey, Ty, I put it to you like this. So
and I always know that 2 days later I need to just text him and say, "Hey, bro, just holler at me." He done went off the deep end after that.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, Ty. Look, so we're coaching on one end, right? And Tat may have some alumni on the other end. So while we coaching, they still dribbling the ball, da. Soon as Tat start talking, the ball stopped everywhere. Everywhere. I'm like, wait, y'all just gonna stop dribbling that? Y'all ain't hear me talking? Like, I was sitting there like, bro,
that is a pet peeve of mine. If especially if you're not practicing, y'all just shooting around or whatever. If a coach start talking, hold those basketballs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Now that's something. Boy, that burns me up right there.
Yeah,
I don't like that. But
but he ain't even say nothing. But Tat, you don't even say nothing. They hear your voice and they just stop. They hear my voice. They just keep going.
He probably had to say it the one time, and that was it. Even though that one time was probably 15 years ago. Hey, he had to say it.
Right.
The parents are passing the message down. He ain't even had to say it no more.
Yeah, he ain't even got to say nothing no more. He just start talking. He's like,
Tat scared this kid into scoring. He literally told this kid. He's scared into scoring.
Yeah.
In practice, he knocking down everything. We get to a tournament, he can't hit a shot to save his life. Tat said, "Come back here and have zeros for the whole weekend again and see what happens."
I kid you not. The kid averaged. So he went to the tournament. The kid averaged 15 over 3 games in that tournament. Me and KP like, what got into him?
Tat said, "Come back and have zeros. See what's gonna happen."
The kid had zeros. So we played 3 games. The kid had zeros all 3 games.
That's crazy.
Came to practice the next week. Tech told him, "Don't score. Don't score in the tournament again. See what happens. Come back here and don't score and see what happens." That kid averaged 15 points.
Yeah, turned into joy
that weekend.
Yeah,
that's joking. He want them push-ups.
That's crazy.
So what during y'all stops, man? Like where y'all gonna be at? Where's your stops gonna be?
Yes, we have 3 different sessions here in the South. So one will be at the Rise Indoor Facility in North Carolina. The second one will be at Dobbs Creek here in Georgia. The third one will be at the TOA Center Memorial Day and right outside of Nashville, Franklin, Tennessee. So good thing about the South, the way I structured it, or the way we structured it, is you only have to play in 2 out of those 3 stops. Want to kind of give guys some flexibility. I know how teams in the South, like to stay fluid and hit up some different spots. So again, you only have to pick 2 out of those 3 spots, and again, everybody advances to that championship in Ohio in July. So again, the structure of it lets you get into some different points, some different places. But again, I think between Nashville and even the Franklin Center, we're maybe talking a 4-hour trip, 4.5 ballpark. So obviously the one in Ohio is the one that's going to be furthest for everybody, but that's also the middle point for everybody to come together.
Right. And that's the championship one?
That's the championship.
In Cincinnati, right?
Yep. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, what, about an 8-hour drive from Warner Robins? I think it is.
And that was that week after that the live period. So again, the thing I like about it is it's far enough out people can kind of get their ducks in a row now from every region for that matter. Just since we just put it out not too long ago. So good feedback from it so far.
Yeah, good. I was gonna ask you, what was the feedback kind of from the rules you guys are gonna kind of enforce as far as the team hopping and all that type of stuff?
Loved it, man. Honestly, when probably my first week in it, when they kind of told me some of these rules, because I'll be honest, I've said it. a lot of my relationships and stuff that I focus on in the past has been more high school based. So when they tell I'm used to the jumping and the new head coach and the new program jumping. I'm used to all of that.
Right.
But when they told me that they really wanted to put these rules in place to kind of lock in on some of that stuff, truthfully, I was like, I don't know how well that's going to go, if I'm being honest with you. But, the more conversations I've had, I think, people recognize that there's a place in the game for that and it's needed. The fact that we really want kids to, we really want kids to stay put with their team, and we really want coaches to stay invested in their players. We don't want you coming, we don't want you going, 1-3 in the first session and getting rid of 6 of your kids. It just, come on, man. Ride it out. You get them better. Session 2 is a whole new ball game in itself. So, again, I think between the locking your rosters after session 1, not letting kids hop around within your program, not letting, you enter in an A and a B team or a C and a D team in the one age group. Honestly, man, the feedback has been a lot better than I expected. I expected a lot of people to shut it down. But I'm curious to know you all's feedback on that. We talked a little bit about it, some time ago, but nothing in depth.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing. I think it's something that's needed. Because I kind of a follow-up question, even I was going to ask you, just from your, your experience in dealing with travel basketball, do you see a correlation between the team hopping and all of those things going on to what the transfer portal is right now?
It's a good question.
And I know it's several different reasons for the transfer portal, but you know what I mean? Just from that aspect.
No, that's a good question. I think. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be hard to say that there's no relation. You know what I mean? Like, I think obviously if I'm a sixth grader, whether it's changing middle schools or travel programs, and I've done it enough times leading up into high school, and then I do the same thing in high school. Yeah, it's something that you just accepted as commonplace. You know what I mean? There's no repercussions to it. It's just kind of what you do, and obviously, somebody has to be willing to greet you with open arms for you to transfer. So there's that part of it too. Right. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a relation there. Now, what that percentage is or whatever, who knows? But player movement, man, is here, and it's only going to get. I'm not even going to say worse. There's only going to be more movement. You know what I mean? So again, I think for us to have some stuff in place, here's the truth of it. I think for teams that don't like it, don't play. I hate to be that straightforward about it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other places to play. There's a reason that we want to put these things into place.
Yeah. No, like I said, man, I think it's good. I think I've seen it work against the team, right, as well as I guess work for a team.
No doubt.
Right. So to me, that's more of you trophy chasing. Right. A lot of that stuff comes in when you start trophy chasing. Whereas if you're more concerned about development, the development aspect of it, that's something that's, you know what I mean?
And listen, here's the part, for me, I'm looking forward to seeing that sixth grade team that enters into it. The first session is rocky, second session is rocky, get to the championship, has a ball during the, still maybe not winning, but had a good time in Ohio. By the time they keep that group together, 7th, 8th grade, that to me is what this about. This isn't about, hey, let's get through the first or second session. Oh, we about to go to the championship. Let's get rid of our 4 players who ain't producing and go grab 4 others. It's like it's not about that. It's not about it. This thing is about actually kind of getting back to what basketball is supposed to be about, the development aspect of it, especially at the middle school age.
It's funny you say that, man, because I've seen that. Literally, we played a team, and then a couple weeks later, we play that same team, or we wind up playing that team based on bracket play or whatever, and it's a totally different team.
Totally different team.
Yeah, totally different team. That's crazy.
For us, for us, if you don't have that badge that we gave you at session 1, sorry, you're not a part of this team. So again, I think all that stuff being in place is what's going to kind of give us a different feel, man. And again, I'll do you one better. not only can a team, show up with a whole new team, and play you, and you're like, where these guys come from? There's not going to be a situation where you look up and there's a team in the field in the South that you hadn't seen for any of the previous sessions.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is literally, once you're in it, you're in it, and if you're not, hopefully next year. But again, that word circuit, that word league, that's not something we just toss around.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't see the Joker play, lose, and go to the next court and put on another jersey and play.
No,
that's real talk.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, is that stuff gonna happen? Yeah, you know what I mean. But we see it, and again, it's not about embarrassing the kid. You know what I mean? Right. It's more so about addressing the adults in the situation, saying, "Guys, like that's not how we do things."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, yeah, to your point, it's some wild stuff happening out here.
I've seen it.
I'll say this, man. Our organization, but we pride ourselves on we ride with what we got.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm. If you ride with me from day one, that's who we got and that's who we roll with. And I think our parents, if they watching, they'll tell you, I have not added any kid to our roster.
Yeah,
they come to practice or for one game, or I may have added a kid late because they tried out late. I've done that, but other than that, no.
I that's one thing that I ain't never ever been big on. Ever even done.
Right.
And the kid, I think we probably throughout this about year 13, 12, 13. I think about year 12 or 13. And I think we added one kid during the season. One.
Wow.
Nah, I take that back too. We've added two kids, I should say, during the season. And
that's
we just ain't never been big on that.
Right.
And like Charles said, we always been the, coach what you got, stay loyal to what you got. I think that shows the kids a lot about being loyal, to a situation. And I think that's what I kind of talking about earlier. Finish what you started. Now, if you don't want to come back after next year, fine. Well, I mean that's absolutely fine. But as far as us picking up kids because we ain't winning, in the middle of the year, no, we ain't gonna do that.
But I think you said something. I think Charles, you said something important, and it's important to me personally in terms of building who's building with you, right? And for me especially, with the new company, new to me and just new to the public. I'm not surprised that there are a lot of people down south that haven't heard of Marquee Hoops. That's fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If they had heard of Marquee Hoops, I may not have had a job. You know what I mean? So that's fine. I think for me, again, when it comes to building with those who are building with you, that means a lot. You know what it means in terms of, again, you guys even having me on this, man, there's, means a lot to me, especially as I'm trying to do some different things with a new company. That's not something, that I take lightly. And I think your message, whether that be to any players or any parents, guys that have treated you well over the years, and played your son 15 minutes when he didn't have a left hand, once he starts crossing over, you can't just, once he starts crossing over, you can't cross over. You know what I mean? At least give those opportunities to those people that have been with you from day one, to try to be with you, as you step forward. So, that's all big stuff, man. It means a lot.
No, definitely. Ty, talk about yourself a little bit, man. How long you been in this game? Tournament director, camp director, all of these things.
Yeah, so running events, maybe I think I'm going into my 5th season. something like that, 4 or 5 years. So short timer, especially compared to guys like Tat, OGs in it. So
AKA old heads.
That's your words, not mine. I don't need a call when we get off the phone or getting checked. But now before that, man, I coached at a few different spots: Lincoln Memorial, Kentucky Wesleyan, Pratt for just a short period of time. I love Max Good, man. These good people. Yeah, I mean that's basically my story. That's my story. So I'm going into my 5th season now. So for me, man, it's for me it shook things up for me a little bit in terms of switching companies. It's a chance to kind of hit that restart button and challenge myself again to do some things a little differently.
Right.
So it's exciting, man. It really is.
Now, I think what you're bringing to the table, though, from your coaching experience, being a tournament, putting tournaments together, all of those things, having that insight that a coach wants or needs, bringing that to the table, I think that's also a benefit, man. So salute to you, brother.
Hey, did y'all?
No,
I stepped out. I stepped out for a few minutes, but did you kind of talk about where Marquee Hoops derived from, where it was birthed from? Did you guys talk about that already?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, my bad.
Briefly.
Paul steps out frequently to go get snacks, so you might want to enlighten him.
My bad. We don't have to rehash that. We don't have to rehash that.
No, I can quickly, man. It's based out of New York, and it kind of came together right before COVID started.
Okay.
So it's again, man. It's a it's a new company, but come a long way in a short period of time too. So between the national, you think, been around for a year, and we've already got a national circuit. We'll have 2 really good high school events happening here in the South. So we're in a good place in a short period of time.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen some of the, like I said, I went to your social media, man, Marquee Hoops. Some of the exposure that you guys are providing is bar none. My hat goes off to you, man. To you guys, only a few that can do it at that level, or has been doing it at that level. Marquee Hoops is definitely has stepped through that door running. So
they listen. I appreciate that. Again, I think when you look at the fact that I'm gonna say they, because it was all stuff that happened prior to me. You know what I mean? Got to give them the credit, man. You look at our Instagram account and we're 24,000 followers. Again, in a short period of time, a year and a half or however long it's been, that's a lot of sweat that comes from that, from the videographers, from the editors, photographers on down. And then I think, again, something that's really different from me is when you go on our IG account, it's younger kids too. It's not only your, high school based guys, like a lot of other platforms, like a lot of stuff that I've promoted in the past. Again, I think if it's somebody that's looking at the national circuit and you look at our IG page, there's young boys out there getting their camera time.
Yeah, they getting it, bro. I was like, whoa,
It's a platform where, man, we don't mind actually showcasing, some of them younger guys coming up through the pipeline. My high school stuff aside, obviously that's kind of what gets my juices flowing in terms of, the 2 high school events that we have going on down here. But I mean, the middle school stuff is kind of uncharted for me. So it's going to be a learning experience for me of just how good these kids are out here.
Oh yeah, I got a middle schooler. No, we can't show you. I can't give you his birth certificate though, but just believe he a middle schooler.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to ask for it at some point if y'all end up getting in the circuit, man.
Hey, I give you a driver's license, but I ain't gonna give you his birth certificate.
Driver's license.
Yeah. Oh man,
they got to see his mom and dad's name on that thing, man.
Right. Mom and daddy born in 51.
Yeah. He born in 75. But he'll
Kilroy.
Sound like a monster. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sound like a monster. What's new with you all? What's new with you guys, man? Just from a program standpoint, obviously I know over the years y'all have always had, middle school and high school, kind of where you all at with things. Anything new or staying the course?
We got these girls, man. Got these girls cranking up. We had the 16U and 17U girls that did awfully well last year.
That's what's up.
We got a couple girls that got scholarship offers. One's at LaGrange right now. Kendra.
First year for girls?
Yeah. Well, not last year was the first year.
Sure. That's what I'm saying. Last year was the first year. You're getting
Well, no,
it brought it back.
No. We brought it back. We actually had girls before.
Okay.
But then we brought girls back last year. Kendra Roberts, she's at LaGrange right now. Tanaya Pryor over at Central with Coach Wasey. That she got 2 or 3 offers right now. Is playing well this year. So that group was actually the first 17U group that we had. Jordan Johnson's playing well over at Hoko. Who else? Makita White. Treasure Cooper. Which I think I see some pro movement. I forgot what school it is. Has contacted her this past week. Who else?
Shout out to pro and good people down there.
Yes. Yeah. But then you have Coach AJ. He coached up last year because his girls was only 9th graders, but they played 16U. I think I want to say they won one of the Georgia. Yeah, they won a few tournaments. They won one of the Georgia Cup girls events last year.
That's what's up.
In the 16 when they actually won the 17U division. So he'll have a 16U group again this year. We'll have a 7th grade, which was 13U group again this year. I've been told that I have to start a 6th grade girls group this year with my daughter. So I'll be looking at
Yeah, you coaching? You coach? You gonna coach that group?
I think I am. I think I'm gonna get him in some.
Blink twice if you need.
Right. What I was gonna say. What Kristen got to say about that?
Well, I mean, I was actually been told by 2 of them got to do it, but actually my daughter wants to play. She's a big cheerleader, but she wants to. She loves the game of basketball and wants to play it. So I'm gonna test her this year.
Listen, man, you call me worldwide all you want. There's been plenty of times I done called you on a random Tuesday, Wednesday somewhere, and you've been halfway across the country somewhere.
Yeah,
you call me worldwide. Whoa. Yeah, no, I know. I know.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna look for some 6th grade girls, man. To get with that group and kind of get them in more of a developmental aspect with them. Get them in a couple tournaments here and there, and let them go play, and so they can play against somebody and try to develop those girls groups. So I'm gonna just jump the gun and do that with them.
There you go.
One of these days, I end up getting girls in our events. I'll be beating down the door again.
Yeah, man, and what we got with the 5th grade group.
5th grade for boys. Yeah,
5th and 6th grade boys.
5th all the way up.
Yeah.
So we're locking in those rosters and trying to figure out all that good stuff now, man. So you know how that go.
No question. It's that time.
Because it's January, and before you know it, it'll be here.
Yeah, it'll be here.
And I got a feeling this year gonna roll too, man. That's just my feeling, but
yes, it's gonna be here quick,
no doubt.
So trying to put schedules together and all that stuff. And then you got the high school stuff going on right now, and then the kids that's middle school down here starting in January, middle school ball, and then you got rec ball about to start. So yeah, so everything is going to snowball right into travel ball, man. So it's a great time of the year.
Doubt. No question. Now to be here before we know it, man.
Who you telling?
No question.
Yeah. Lining up these technical files, baby.
I'm trying to stay away from them joints.
It don't cost me nothing.
Cost me my blood pressure. Yes, Kaylin will be playing travel with her dad.
We'll be playing travel.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. I think I'd rather coach her than actual coach AJ. That joker's so hard-headed, man.
Oh yeah.
And he think he know everything.
What did you say? AJ averaged a technical foul last year, Ted?
Yeah, he did. Won a game. Won a game.
No, I don't remember where, if it was Twitter, Facebook. I don't remember where it was. Somebody posted might have been you, posted a picture. You was down on the baseline and your patented arms folded pose. And he was
he was up in the
top.
Hey, looked exactly alike, didn't he?
Oh my God.
That's him.
Yeah, you can find a coach because I think that daddy can handle coaching him. Oh man.
I'd be able to coach her more than I coach him. Because he is super hard-headed. She would at least listen because she's still learning. But he's still learning too, but he think he know everything. So
yeah.
That boy, I'm telling y'all, that boy is super hard-headed.
AJ
about 17, bro.
Right. Whatever
he say he's 16.
Whatever gym he in, he got a ball. Yeah. Regardless if it's at the high school, wherever I see him at, he got a ball. He'll find the basketball.
He got his first game Saturday. So I'm gonna see how he does when he got some more 7 to 8 year olds in his face. He ain't but 6, but when he got them 7 to 8 year olds in his face, see what he gonna do. Because he got push-ups for every turnover. He already know that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
ain't gonna be swole.
AJ swole.
Hey, he has push-ups
before he turns 7.
Right.
And the thing about it is he's seen the older kids, like when they miss, like if they miss layups or during drills and stuff, they miss layups, miss free throws, they know they got push-ups. Yeah. So he automatically, if he's at practice and they going through free throws or whatever, and he missed, he automatically does push-ups because he's seen them do it. So he know he automatically has to do it too.
He stopped right there on the dime.
Man, you had him on the bench early, man. I remember him.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
Still, but my daughter was the same.
Really?
My daughter was the same way. She was the same way. She was the manager out there telling them to speed up and all that stuff when she was 2 and 3 years old. She used to do that stuff. So they've actually been around the game since Kristen was pregnant with him, to be honest with you.
Wow.
One of the coaches had him to do push-ups before the practice.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Whoa.
It's gonna be fun to watch. Hey, but Ty, man, we ain't gonna hold you forever, brother. We appreciate you coming on the show, man, sharing this great news with us. Before we get out of here, man, how can people catch up with you?
Yeah, man. So, obviously on any social, it's Ty Young Hoops, whether that's Twitter, IG, either one, doesn't matter. I'm pretty active on both, so feel free. Same thing with Marquee Hoops, Twitter, IG, reach out anytime, and obviously anybody that wants to give me a call, my cell's 470-817-1128 or 615-818-2986. So either one, man, give me a call. I'm around, man. I'm not hard to find at all.
You dropping the digits live on the show?
I'll say it like this, man. If you can't get somebody's number in this game, this probably ain't the game for you, man. I'll make it easy for everybody. I'll make it easy.
Yo.
Hey, I ain't heard that since Mike Jones put his number out there. Mike
I'll make it easy.
Jones.
I like to make it easy, man. I'm never hard to find.
Hey, man, definitely though. Like I said, bro, we appreciate you coming on, man. Letting us know about this new venture you got. We definitely gonna support you. You know that, and you know you always got this as a platform anytime you need it, man.
No question. Now, I meant what I said, man. I gotta say it again. Is again, appreciate y'all having me on, man. Y'all don't have to, you know. And again, just supporting me, man. And I want to make sure I reciprocate that and do what I can to help you guys. Again, it's not something I take lightly, man. So, again, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate y'all letting me bring in the new year with y'all, sharing y'all platform, and you know, again, I appreciate it. You know, so
hey, man, all good, brother. Salute, man. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing out there, helping these young people reach their goals, man. Because you're definitely a part of that. So we appreciate you.
Likewise, for sure, man. Well, y'all be safe.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. You too.
All right, fellas.
Peace. Ty Young.
That was a good combo.
Man. Solid guy, man.
Yeah, and so they gave these travel AAU programs a different another avenue to pursue travel tournaments.
Man,
it's enough quality tournaments out here to get into that you don't have to be in the tournaments that's not quality.
That way. And Migos say that way.
It's enough quality out here, man, that you don't have to be in the non-quality. I'll just leave it at that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it like this: where you play matters.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does.
So speaking of that,
if the goal is still a goal, like my man Club Orange.
Now, well, Luther Vandross also said a chair.
I knew you was going to say that.
It's still a chair. No matter if someone's sitting there.
No matter if someone's sitting there.
I mean,
that's what he said.
You're right. But if the goal is still a goal,
that's a very transparent. It's a very transparent.
Why you say that? A chair is still.
It's transparent.
It's true.
No, that's what I mean. It's true. It's transparent. Like there's no getting behind it. A chair is still a chair.
Yeah,
don't change.
Well,
let me ask you guys this:
2 times a day, even a broke clock is right 2 times a day.
It is.
No, that's not transparent.
That's true. It is.
How is that true? Anyway, I'm not getting into that.
What you mean? How is it true?
It is true. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. It's 6 o'clock 2 times a day.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is true. I missed the broken part.
Yeah.
I missed the broken part.
I mean, even the garbage can, even the garbage can gets a steak.
Get a steak.
Every now and again.
Yeah, shout out Jay-Z.
So speaking of where you plays matters.
Speaking of Jay-Z,
how important is it? And KP, you went through this. You've seen this, and you've seen youngins come through the program. And I'm speaking from an 8th grade. I'm speaking from our group. How important is it to ensure these 8th graders that's about to be high school players are playing in the right venues before they come to you? Do you see a difference?
Yes. You could tell who's more poised or more ready to play on the varsity level coming in as a 9th grader. There's somebody that's been through on the radar session, battleground session. Than somebody that's probably hasn't. That's been battle tested.
Been to that level. I think the biggest thing, like Tat says, is the poised.
Yeah.
You played with. Yeah, you played at a it is a different level, right? So 8th grade is 8th grade. No, 8th grade isn't 8th grade. There's a different level of playing.
It's a different level of 8th grade.
And
like
where you play that.
Right.
Playing in a certain gym with certain people and other teams and things going on, that's another part of that growth to me.
Like you, Kenny. I don't think you even realize it or even sat back and really thought about it. You have 3 kids right now that are playing varsity basketball.
Yeah.
And 2 of them to start a varsity game. So
that's true.
Those things. Yeah. I'm telling you. I don't think you really realize that, or you probably just didn't think about it or sat back and thought about it. But those guys were battle tested.
Mm-hmm. Based on what we played them at.
Based on where you played.
Yeah.
Based upon where you played your games at, those kids were battle tested.
Yeah.
Did they get their butt kicks? Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They did.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But it prepared them.
We were having that conversation earlier about that first time we played in the battlegrounds.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Taking those kids to On the Radar's battleground did them a world of just. Now, every kid's not gonna play varsity basketball as a freshman.
Right.
Every kid's not, because everybody's gonna develop differently. Every team's gonna need different personnel.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, all right. Now, you take Isaiah Gibson on one hand. He's 6'6", 6'5", 6'6" freshman.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Correct.
That's gonna do a lot of things. You know, alter shots, block shots as a freshman. So yeah, he plays a lot of minutes for us as a freshman.
Sticks out. Yeah, his dominance sticks out.
Gabe Jacobs was clearly, in my opinion, the top middle school player last year.
Yes.
In my opinion.
I agree.
All right. He comes in.
I think that was easy to see.
Right. He comes in. You all get some ready from the summer. He comes in. He does everything Coach Gorman asked him to do. He didn't look scared.
Right.
Because he was battle tested.
Right.
Came in. He's been starting as a freshman ever since.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Cam over the other hand, over at Hoco. Starting, he's battle tested. Not saying that Trey Bradley is a battle tested. Not saying that Justin Hill's not battle tested. But you got Peanut, you got Ray. You got those kids that's there right now. Trey Bradley, could Trey Bradley contribute on the varsity level? That I think, yes, I definitely think he can. But you got other guys that is ahead of him right now. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't his time yet. But you have 4 legitimate kids that can play on the varsity level right now, coming from On the Radar's battleground.
Yeah, and
that's my personal opinion.
No, yeah, and you're right. I've thought about it, I think, but I don't think I've thought about it.
My 8th grade group, you ain't getting around battleground at all. Just putting that out there. Go ahead, KB. Disclaimer.
Yeah, but no, I think yeah, because it's not one of those things where, which I don't think any of us do. I did, right? All we did was kind of follow the lead and understood what they needed to play.
Well, no. I wasn't saying it as
right. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I think and that's why I think I haven't thought about it in that sense. Yeah. But I love to see the kids perform, right? I love to see the kids excel. but it's not a I. You know how some people will be like, I did that.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying it in that sense. But you
Oh,
are
no,
the head.
I know you wasn't. Right.
But you are the head coach.
Yeah.
You head coach.
Of that group. You understand what I'm saying?
Away, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was putting them in the right position.
Right.
We as an organization did that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying. Go ahead, Charles.
So I'm gonna say this.
But I know what you're saying.
This is the battleground. I remember our first year playing out of the battleground. So it was the first year they were going. There was a kid from Each One Teach One. He's probably one of the most renowned ninth graders right now that plays for Each One Teach One. Right. Isaiah, this kid comes down court. He dunked, put a kid on his head, like wow. Like we got toe up. But the kid tried Isaiah Gibson. Mm-hmm. Now Isaiah, he goes up toe to toe with Isaiah Gibson, 7th grade. Isaiah Gibson said he fouled the hell out of him. But Isaiah Gibson took a stand and said, nope, you will not be doing this to me. You gonna catch this. So and I'm saying this to Coach Tapp's point. It comes a time where you have to compete and step up. And as coaches, if you getting a dog beat out of you and you foul somebody hard, I'm gonna give you a hell yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He set the tone. Now we got blew out. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you we took the game and we gave Willie hell. Like, Willie, don't you ever let me tell you something, don't you ever come to us about no late game, makeup game. But we appreciate you, Willie, because we needed it, right? So they needed to see that. So they needed to see that different level. Each One Teach One was on a whole different level. And we had
to go get that smoke.
And we had to play Knight Riders. We had to play these other teams. We had to see that, right? Yeah. So kids had to see that.
And I commend Sean for putting that together because it prepares it. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for the group that I'm around and the group that I know and the kids that I see and the kids that I see develop their development. The battleground helps our kids. Win, lose, or draw. Because we went up there and we took some major L's. I'm talking about getting beat by 20, 30. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
But those kids, you know what I'm saying? Those kids knew they had to come and compete.
Yeah.
So for me, go ahead.
Well, just real quick, I think that first year of the battlegrounds when we went to Florida, I think that's when we really seen the kids that wanted to compete. Because we went down there shorthanded, right? Yeah. We went down there with a team full of guards. But they competed every game to the point of they got compliments after the game from the other team that just thought they was about to just step on the court and it was about to be a cakewalk. And they really fought in those games, right? Came up on the short end, of course, but fought during those games. And that's what kind of set that tone of you got to compete, right? So that's to that point. Those battlegrounds are opportunities for you to go and really feel what it means to compete and who's going to step up because it's going to put everything on Front Street.
That's why during the summer I like to play a lot of young kids up. I like to play a lot of young kids up because I don't look at it as you just a freshman. I'm looking at can you contribute on the varsity level? That's what I look at. Like just last year. I mean, you got Cam Perkins as a freshman. You got Jay Johnson, a freshman. Cam Little, sophomore. Jameer Williams, sophomore. Who else? Duke, Jerron. Who am I missing? Kid from Perry. All sophomores.
Yeah.
You know, playing up and playing, tons of
minutes. Right.
But that gets them kids ready for that varsity. Me personally, if we go in the game and we get beat to death, yeah, I'm gonna be mad because I don't like losing.
Right.
But what are they getting out of it? They getting out of it knowing that, hey, I got to compete.
Mm-hmm.
We won more than we lost.
Yeah.
And we won some meaningful games.
I know for me, man, it's helping that process. It's
man.
being a part of it, helping that process, man.
Yeah.
That's the whatever I take from it.
So I don't know if I was watching the show. So it was a coach that said, "Hey, either if you play for me." Actually, it was Sierra King. It was Sierra King. They got a documentary. I don't know if you guys seen. I can't remember the name of it. The coach says, "If you play for me, either you gonna get better, or you gonna quit. One of the two gonna happen. Either you gonna get better or you gonna quit." So I think it's one of those things where, and I think it's one of those things where, man, if you got a good coach, you better cherish it, because those are one of the two things that's gonna happen. Either you're gonna get better or you're gonna quit. So and I think they're the ones who stick with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying every kid that quits. They parents may take them or put them for their own reasons. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm speaking from a high school basketball standpoint, right? Either you're gonna get better or you're gonna quit. One of the two is gonna happen.
You're gonna get better, you're gonna get worse.
You get worse, you get worse. That's tap philosophy.
What you laughing at, Ken?
The way you said, you gonna get better, you gonna get worse.
Real. Nah, you got two choices when you wake up in the morning. You got two choices when you get up every day.
Right.
You either can get better or you can get worse.
Or you get worse.
Your choice.
So what if it's alternating? One day you get better, next day you get worse, the next day you get better. Is it?
You just kind of staying.
Yeah, you stay the same.
You better try to get better every day. You better try to get better every day.
So if that's the case, I think I want to get worse first so I can get better later, right?
Yeah, you do what you want to do. Hey, you get
better, get better, get worse. Get better, get worse.
Hey,
or get worse, get better.
You mess around and get worse, you can't come back. You can't come back from being worse, man. Hey, and the old folks say you get worse, sir. Get worse.
You better show me you got something.
Yeah.
So they keep getting worse.
Get worse.
So let me ask this question. At what point do you start to identify kids as, hey, this kid is going to take it serious, or this kid is, I'll say not take it serious. I'll say, what point do you identify, hey, this kid has some potential? Is it an age, or is it just dependent on the kid?
I say development. I don't really think of it as an age. I would say
how they progress through from one year to the next. Is that what you're saying?
That's me. Okay. I look at it like this: if Malik goes out and dominates 8th grade, just completely dominates 8th grade, why would he play 15U next year?
Because it's the same kids, right?
And they're gonna be the same kids, but if he's gonna dominate the 8th grade right now, what you think he's gonna be doing on the varsity level next year? You think he's gonna be playing 9th grade basketball?
Right.
You think he's gonna be playing JV basketball? No. If you think he's gonna be playing varsity basketball, then he needs to be playing up that next summer.
Mm-hmm.
So he can take those bumps, take those bumps and bruises, figure out the pace of the game, and adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he gets with a coach, and just because he dominated 8th grade and they expecting him to come out and score 10 to 15 points, then you cheating that kid. You cheating him. I told Cam Perkins this when he moved up to play with me on the 8th grade. He played 17U as an 8th grader. I told Cam that summer, nah, you dominated 8th grade. You ain't gonna dominate this summer playing 17U.
Right.
You ain't gonna do that. I can't expect you to score 8 to 10 points a game. Now, do I expect you to come out here when you get in the game to facilitate and learn how to run the team and learn the pace of the game and those bumps and get over screens from them bigger kids and stuff like that? Yes. That's what you need to do. But now your points, that's important. Yes, but your points are bonus. Why you facilitating and getting others in the game and playing tough defense on the other end? Now you're figuring out yourself how to insert yourself in the score now.
Yeah.
His first bucket on 17U level was a steal and layup. Yeah. So he figured out as an 8th grader playing on that level, man, if I play defense, I get a steal, I can score. Right. Or if I come off the screen that hard, then I can score. So he started doing those things.
But it teaches you that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Now, I can't say that for everybody. Everybody don't have that philosophy. Everybody might not think the same way. Everybody might say, oh, man, he wrong, but that's the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think me and KP had conversations. I think our philosophy or thought process is kind of the same. Because as a freshman, I don't think people realize, I won't even say a freshman, I say an underclass. Those are big shoes. That's a huge learning curve, if you will. You know what I'm saying? To go from, they say those 5 stages, you go from Storm and Norman, Foreman and whatever, executing, whatever it is.
He talking military assault right now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Hey, that joke probably could have said and Forrest Gump or something. I wouldn't know what he's talking about.
Storming, Norman, Foreman.
Yeah. There you go. Storming, Norman, Foreman, performance, something like that. Yeah.
Execute something. Yeah.
Something of that nature. But I think those processes look different for each kid, right? So depending on that kid, where that kid enters that and where they're comfortable at. Yeah. And where the coaches can see, hey, this kid can take on more responsibilities in this area without overloading them in different areas. You know what I'm saying? So but that's hard to see for a lot of people. I will say your average parent, right? They feel, hey, my kid dominating in rec or they dominating in 8th grade, so they should be doing X, Y, and Z. And it don't translate that easily.
But see, you know one thing I can say about his parents understood and they stepped back. And
there you go.
They was right there for the process. Mm-hmm. Like they will reiterate, like if I say, Cam, you got to be more aggressive. You got to do such. You can hear them walking to the car telling them the same thing. Like, you need to be more aggressive, this and the other. But they was more in the process of him taking that road, doing that, you know what I'm saying, to become who he is today.
Yeah.
And he became who he is today because of the work that he put in and what he's done. Mm-hmm. It wasn't because of what I just talked about. No, it's because he took the challenge and said, all right, I'm going to get out here and do it.
Right.
That's why he is what he is today.
Yeah. So this would be my message, man. I think for parents, like if you got a child that's a basketball player, there's your perception, right? There's your perception of where you have and see your kid, and then there's reality, right? So you're more than likely your coaches, if you got a good coach, they're more on the reality side of it, so that they see this, right? They hopefully they're sharing like Tat saying, they sharing that message with the kid and with the parents saying, "Hey, Cam, you need to be more aggressive." And the parent goes back and say, "Hey, Cam, you need to be more aggressive." Hopefully, it's a shared vision, right? That's ideal. But I think sometimes, or a lot of times, if the parent's not in tune with the coach or the player or what's going on, they have their vision of where their kids should be, and then the coach is like, "No, this is where your kids should be," and the two don't line up, and the kid goes back to the court or practice or the game, and they're confused.
Well,
right?
I don't think it's a point of the kids confused. I think it's a point of the kids listening to what the parents sit around the dinner table and talk about.
That's true too. There you go. That's
because if they sit around the dinner table and talk about, well, coach got such and such doing this, and I know you can do this better, and when you was on the team with him and y'all was doing this and you were doing that, and you better than he is, and coach is showing favoritism, and they come to practice like that.
Right.
And the first time you get on them, then you getting on me more than you getting on him.
Right.
They can make the same mistake. And I ain't gonna say and you can get on kid number one, and then you get on kid number two, but he didn't heard mama and dad or mama or daddy talk about whatever at the dinner table. Yeah. And he brings that to practice. Now all of a sudden, well, he getting on me more than he getting on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just creates so much chaos and confusion.
Right. When I think it has to be more trust with the coaches.
Yeah.
Trust. If you got your kid playing on the team, you have to trust the coaches. That no coach, I would hope, no coach wants to see any kid fail.
No.
Right. So if it takes you having a conversation with the coach, then have a conversation with the coach, I guess. Right. But trust that the coach has the benefit of your child, the best benefit, however that saying go, for your child. Right? I had a kid. I kept telling him, "Hey, this ain't gonna fly. Hey, bro, I know where you going to high school at. This ain't gonna fly. This ain't gonna fly." You know what I'm saying? They still wanted to do it. This is not going to happen when you get to high school. I'm telling you right now. Didn't want to listen. Parents didn't want to listen. Okay, that's cool. But now the feedback is, oh, they looking more like. Well, I was trying to tell them that before.
Right. Yeah,
so
man.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this real quick. I think everybody on this podcast that's on here right now has a pretty good idea of what the makeup is of what the coaching is like and what players are out in Houston County. That's include all the schools, right?
And Charles, real quick before you finish that statement, and don't forget what you're going to say, but I think all three individuals on the screen right now do not have a problem talking and asking and figuring out to make sure that we're on the right track when we're saying certain things as well.
Correct. So if we're telling you, if I have a point guard that's, say I got a 5'3" point guard and he wants to be a shooting guard, and I'm telling him, hey, I need you to facilitate more. I'm telling you this because this is what your coach is going to require of you when you get there.
Right.
That's why I'm telling you this.
Yeah, but see, mom and dad didn't seen him score 20 in a middle school game.
Yeah. Right.
So they think he can get on the circuit at 5'3" as a shooting guard, and now your average shooting guard is about 5'8", 5'9".
Right.
Especially when you're playing each one, teach one. now you can't get a shot off.
Right.
It might be 6'1". Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can't get a shot off, and now it's the coach's fault he can't get a shot off.
Right. You didn't put him in the right position. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I say that to say we're pretty in tune with what's going on in the local area with high school hoops. We're pretty in tune. We watch a lot of basketball. So if we're telling you X, Y, and Z,
We don't.
And talk to a lot of people that are in the basketball world, coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, tournament directors, like people that know basketball. So when we're saying these things, it's not because we hating on your child. And I'm not saying just us, but I would hope that's any coaches and just hating on your child. They're trying to put them in the best position for them to be successful.
We don't know nothing because we ain't pay for them training coaches license. So we don't know nothing because we ain't got no trainer license.
So yeah, it's not that I don't want your child to succeed. We're really trying to. I don't say I say we. I say coaches. Period. I think most of your good coaches are trying to put your kid in the best situation that they're going to be in at the next level. So if your child is an elite facilitator, that is let me tell you something. That is a great thing. Right. That is a great situation to be in. A great situation to be in.
That kills me, man. So and people love to throw that around. We've certified trainers, and so don't nobody else know but us. We certified trainers. I'll tell you in a minute. You ain't never coached in the state championship basketball game either. No. And I coached in 2 of them. Then helped won one.
There's a difference.
Yeah, it's a difference now.
I coached in middle school, and that count.
I coached in one of them too.
Yo, I had my stats up last week. That's how we were wrong.
I got a middle school and a couple recs under my belt.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want a couple rec championship to football and basketball.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing on that. I can't speak for football.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Charles.
Yeah, actually,
just stay out of football, man.
To be honest with you, man. To be honest, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like football was my joint, dog. I don't brag a lot about it, but football was my joint.
They want to cover middle school championship football too, man.
Yeah, you right. I seen you on the.
But that's null and void. I don't care anything about none of that. But I just say that to say,
I know what's going on. A little something.
Yeah,
you know what's going on in the basketball community.
I know something. I mean,
and here's the other piece to it. So you coach travel basketball, and that 16, 17 you guys are playing against a lot of high level 3-star, 4-star, 5-star kids. Mm-hmm. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star kids, day in and day out. You know a little something,
right? I mean,
you help put a lot of kids in college.
Bingo.
They did that on their own. I was just the fusser.
Well, I mean, you were doing that. We're not going to take that away from you.
They did that on their own. I was just a fusser. But
so let me say this, man. So I'm gonna say this too, man. I'm gonna say this too, man. So there's people out there that like to, I'm gonna say, bless kids to say, hey, you gonna be you know what I'm saying, you the top this, you the top that, and they ain't got out of middle school. They might be elementary, middle school, bruh. If you ain't on this circuit, trust me, believe me, you don't know. There are some dogs out there. I promise you. God, I've seen it. I've seen kids get dunked on in 6th, 7th grade, bro. I don't know what y'all. If you ain't left Warner Robins, don't talk to me about no. This kid should be a 4-star, 5-star. Man, kiss my ass. You don't know.
All right.
I'm just saying, man.
My bad.
My bad. So
that man went crazy, ain't he? Man went crazy, ain't he?
I'm just saying, man. I hear so much.
Y'all was trying to get the FCC? You trying to get the FCC to shut us down?
man trying to get the LCC.
No, bro, I'm just saying, like, let's be real, man. Some people never left Warner Robins, never seen basketball outside of Middle Georgia, bro. There's so much, and I ain't speaking just from middle school. This is middle school, high school, whatever.
Period.
It's a lot out there, a lot. Like, bro, stop trying to do that.
What Bruce say? Where you at? Charles got a record.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just saying, man. I've seen. I guess I'm to a point where I've seen so much basketball at so many different levels, man. It's you starting to realize the development of kids. So you start to see it from a different lens. I'll put it that way. You start to see it from a different lens.
Right. So, and I think that's, but to your point, Charles, I think that's the part, right? Again, nobody's an expert at this thing, right? But I think the time that's been invested, like, I got you, right? It's a lot of coaches out here that invest a lot of time in being better coaches and working with kids and helping kids, right? So it is irritating, aggravating, whatever you want to call it, when a parent when they're not coming to a coach with a realistic plan versus my baby. So, you see what I mean? So it's kind of like, I got you, but understand this is the route or the path or whatever that we're going. Yeah. It can get frustrating at times.
I get frustrated, man, because if you telling me what your child did at rec or in middle school or at the middle school level and we play on this travel ball circuit,
right?
We not even gonna have this conversation because this ain't even the same.
So like let's articulate a conversation, right? And then we can go from there. But when it gets to a point where you're just talking reckless and not reckless in a cussing all this type of stuff, but your ideas or your thoughts aren't realistic to the skill set that your child holds, then yeah, that's something different.
I'm gonna let the viewers know something.
Tell them,
man. Tell us first before you tell the viewers. Make sure
tell the viewers.
I'm gonna let y'all know if I think something is BS. If you hear me, if you in the middle of the conversation, I say, "Oh yeah," and that's it. That's all I say. I ain't buying the BS. I'm gonna let you know right now. If you hear me say, "Oh yeah,"
hey,
and then I switch topics, I ain't buying the BS.
That's like somebody else saying, "Oh, okay."
You already know what time it is when I say that. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm listening to you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
So his is okay. Mine is yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could be looking dead at you when you start that. Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you know.
So if you ever get an okay from me, you already know, I ain't even listening to nothing else.
Yep, I done shut down.
Nothing else. I ain't listening to nothing else.
Oh man.
I'm not listening to nothing else. When I hit you with that okay. That's got in the words of the old people, that got that a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
That's got that a little bit right now.
Yeah.
So Bruce,
that's a great point, Bruce.
Yeah. Your first time on the circuit, it's a shock. So
it is.
It's a shock. So
we took we took some butt whoopings. I'm telling you, we took some butt whoopings.
Yeah. And Bruce was there. We took our butt whooping. So I threw them right in the fire. Right to the battlegrounds we go.
Fire.
Straight to it. And after that battleground, that's when Taz say he stopped. I'll call you back.
Oh.
He got in there, but I was like, all right, I'll take y'all right over here to Taz. But yeah, my bad, Taz. Go ahead.
No, man, them kids know what they expect, man. They know.
It's a shot, yeah.
And I say this, man. I don't claim to know everything. And Tat will tell you, man. I reach out to Tat. I reach out. Hell, I pull information from Garmin, from Buddy, from Damon. I'll pull information where I can pull from. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to know everything.
I don't know everything either,
but I got enough basketball minds around me to bump things off of. Hey man, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? KP, what do you think about this? I'll talk to KP.
Just don't throw that certified. I'm certified trainer, coach. Don't, man. I don't want to hear none of that. All right. I'm gonna say, yeah, all right.
All right, okay.
Oh yeah, okay. You certified?
Okay.
Okay. You made to a now CPR class.
Hey, what's even funnier is you have to hear them say that.
Yeah, like all right,
in a conversation, and you know what it means already. Like,
yeah, I'll be looking dead at each other too.
I think me and KP heard it from a distance. We were like, that nigga shit.
Yeah. Like, bro, man, get out of my face, man. Like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. For real, man. That's my nerve, bro. Like,
I'm about to go mute the rest of the show, man.
I'm trying to stay.
Matter of fact, me and Charles was just having a conversation the other day. I said, yo, listen to this. So we talking. I said, man, if I tell Tat this, I already know where he going.
All right.
Charles, what I said, Tat gonna be like, oh, okay.
Go right ahead, my boy. Go right ahead.
I promise you.
Hey, then I get that call about 2 weeks later. Hey, man, check this out. Yeah. Try to tell you. Try to tell you. I let you leave right over that wall.
Yeah.
Try to tell you, boy, man. I don't think so, man. Just no, man. I think it's all right. All right. Call back, man. Listen what happened, man. And I tried to tell you. Man, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, man. So I don't think a lot of people, I kind of sit back in the cut. So I don't really bother nobody. I kind of sit back in the cut, watch a game, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? But man, sometimes I be a part of. I'm like, how did I get in this conversation? Like,
nah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. And I got in this conversation. I don't care. I don't care if they listening and they see me and be like, oh, I already know what that is. Listen, when I walk into a basketball game, walk into a gym, like coming to a game or something, man, and I know. And I swear, and I might look in the gym first, especially on the away games. Now, home games, I just stand in the back and be out of the way. But away games, if I'm coming in there and I see a joker standing and I know they're finna start talking about some bull, I swear to God, I'll put my headphones on. Won't nothing be playing. Nothing. I have my headphones on and I see them and they'll turn and start trying to talk. I just throw my head up and keep going because they'll see my headphones in. Think I'm listening. I ain't listening to that. Man, I'm not finna sit here and talk to you. Oh man. I already know what you finna do. Right, I already know what you finna talk about. You finna talk about something stupid. And I really don't want to do that. Man, like, oh man. I throw that head up, the headphones in, like I'm, man, no.
Hey. So I'm gonna put y'all on KP. This is what KP do. When KP hear a conversation he don't want to talk about, he just did it. Yeah, I don't know if y'all picked up on it. Right? When KP in a conversation he don't want to hear about, he'll take this finger here and he'll do this. Right? So KP will do this. He's smooth with it though. He's smooth with his, so you won't know with KP. He hit that little itch right there. So that I know he thinking like, all right, how I get out of this?
Bro, I'm putting them headphones on.
I'll be right back.
If I'm lying, E, let me know, E. E know. Right.
Hey, I'll be right back, man.
So I think everybody got their little twerks. Mine is Tess, yeah, okay. Mine's KP got the little scratch.
I hit him within a heartbeat. All right. Okay.
What team is this playing again?
Yeah. I started looking at him like this.
Yeah.
Ted,
yours a little bit more obvious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
Charles, we've had conversations with Tat, and he hit us with a okay. And like,
okay.
Whoa, hold up, man.
Wait, whoa.
But listen, it's after I didn't told y'all like y'all say something there, then it's like I'm like, well, man, I don't know, man. Y'all just I don't think it's gonna work. Nah. And then Kenneth being the guy that, man, well, man, you know, it don't take much to just try, man. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's talking, wait, no, hold on. No, like, all right, man. Go ahead, man. Go right ahead, brother. Go right ahead. I'm good. Like I said, 2 weeks later, man, let me tell you what happened. I tried to tell you.
As y'all can see, we have a lot of conversations. We go back and forth on a lot.
Yeah.
We constantly trying to read each other like,
Yeah.
But y'all listen. I don't never say, nah, man, don't do that. Nah, that they'll tell you. I just sit there and like,
no, that don't.
Hey, except one thing. Nope.
Don't do it.
So this is what you're gonna get from text, right? If it's a text message, look at E like, damn. So this is what you're gonna get from text. You're gonna get a let's go. That means you like, oh, we good, we Gucci. Let's go, let's ride out. Or you're gonna get a okay. Then you like, like, I don't know. See something else behind this KP. Right. Or you gonna get a flat out nope. It's something else with it, but I ain't gonna ask what's with it.
Right.
I'm leaving that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, with that. I know with that 100%.
Yeah. If you like, nope. I'm like, something else with that. I'm leaving that alone.
I'm with that 100% now.
Yeah, ain't no change in his mind.
Nah, not on that now.
The okay mean try and see for yourself, but I'm telling you it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Especially if I didn't been there and done that, and I'm trying to tell you, like, nah, bro. I'm just telling you that just ain't it. And old Kenny just said, oh man, come on, man. Man, we can just see if it's gonna work, man. Just ain't nothing wrong with just trying.
Hey, Erica done confirmed the little scratch. Yeah.
Nah. See, Kenny the piece kick. He was like, man, let's just see, man. Okay, y'all go ahead, man. Don't include me on that one, but go ahead. Let me know how it works out. Let me know how that works out.
Just let me know. Let me know.
Let me know, man.
I mean, if y'all want to try it, man, go ahead.
If it work, I'm with you. I mean, I know it ain't gonna work, but
that's when you be like, second thing. Should we do it?
And then that 2 week later call comes.
Man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
and then you even more mad than you Because it didn't work.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about this smart.
Yeah. Man, I told y'all, man.
Well, you know. Oh, man. It's a good group, though.
Good week.
It's a good group.
Charles
owes us about $500 tonight.
I know,
yeah,
man.
boy, Charles been getting it in, boy.
What I do?
What you do?
Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. You been going at it tonight, boy. You brought the new year in right. Season
I was
3, you brought that in
trying,
right.
I told y'all before the show I was gonna be struggling today.
See, I was gonna just give it to him tonight, but I ain't. I'm gonna let him slide.
Let him live, man.
I'm mad. I'm still mad. I'm still mad about it though.
Right. Nah,
I'm still mad about it. I'm still mad about it though, man.
It's gonna work out. It's gonna be.
If for the new, if there's any new viewers out there, it's very random. I go off on rampage. I don't really do that. Just today,
I'm still mad about it, man. That's all right. I'm gonna get him. More than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Inflate some volleyballs. It's all right. I'm gonna get you.
Cut some nets.
Yo, wow, bro. Hey, so for any of my parents that's watching, man, y'all get out there. So y'all vote. Midnight.
Oh, they all voting.
Yeah, midnight. That schedule gonna be released.
Y'all going to Cincinnati, my boy?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, go, man. Ain't no wrong with going to Cincinnati, man. Go and take that trip. I ain't but an 8-hour drive.
Hey, why you do Howard like this, man?
He got me first.
I seen that.
Troy, can you
with the Falcons?
Hold on, but he got me. Look, he got me first.
But he got. Atlanta didn't have a shot at all.
Yeah.
Bro, he got me first though.
I just see Howard yesterday too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, man.
He said if you can't beat him, join. You see that?
Yeah. Me and him both sitting down.
Oh,
both sitting on the bench.
Yeah. Charles, put this up, man.
I just sent it to him. Who wanted that? Me.
Yeah. Nah, this was him. Is one of you out there?
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah.
Nah, bro got me fur, man.
Hey. That's hard.
That man crazy. Nah, Albert ain't got no sense, man.
What is it?
Now I told y'all he got me fur now. See it.
Yeah. Hey.
You seen it? You seen it, Joe? I mean, Ken.
Yeah. Sitting on the bench.
Nah, I ain't talking about that one.
You talking about the one you did?
No, the one he did.
There's another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. Yeah. So what we talking about, viewers, is these sorry jokers, so-called friends of mine.
Hey,
my homeboy. Got my homeboy right here. My homeboy Albert Howard.
Hey.
This joker, he got me fur now. And he loved them Falcons. He loved them dirty birds now. So I had to get him back. But he got me fur now.
Hey.
Dirty Joker.
You got the other one, Charles?
Yeah.
So listen, people. All these people been messing with me all week long. I ain't bothered nobody. I don't pick at nobody. But then look what they do. Look what they do to me in my ball team.
Hey, somebody send me the one of them together.
I thought I did.
Or did you?
The one with them sitting on the bench?
Yeah. Now that's fun. Watch the football team.
I thought I did. Yeah, the Joker messing with me, man. I ain't bothered nobody all year long about nothing. And they messing with me. And I don't bother nobody.
There you
go. Y'all just
okay.
Yeah, I don't bother nobody. And they mess with me all football season long. I ain't saying anything about their team. But anyway, for the rest of the season, I wish their team bad luck. And I don't bother nobody. But they bother me all year long. I ain't saying anything about nobody. I've been good. On Sundays, I only root for my team and my team only. And I root for their team to lose. And then look at this fool. Fool put a picture of me and him. Eliminated.
So the caption was, "You can't beat them, join them."
In all actuality, we did beat the Falcons this year.
A lot of people beat the Falcons this year.
I ain't worried about everybody else.
Hey, so this like a gone fishing thing?
Yeah, we done.
That's
after next week.
That's the Forrest Gump, ain't it?
After next week, we made history.
What's the history?
We gone.
Green Bay over here beating us.
Man, Green Bay is killing them Jokers, boy.
Mittens off of Minnesota. So is it more demoralizing when it's that cold outside and you ain't even in the game? And you got us out here just everybody freezing?
I don't know, because I think God took me a day off. I might have would have
day off. Speaking of a day off, man, you know, our viewers do have a day off tomorrow.
They do, but I don't.
Oh, well, oh my, how the tables turn.
Boy, I gotta hit.
You want to get off, did he?
Boy, I gotta hit that thing in the morning.
Hey, but we can stay up all night.
Bro, this is the first time in 2 weeks I gotta hit it, boy. I'm so struggling. I'm struggling right now.
And that's gonna be a rough one tomorrow.
Yeah, but I might go to work and swing on somebody tomorrow. Just so they can send me home.
Erica must be delayed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she delayed. She needs to start the show when the show starts.
Nah, Erica thing might be on an hour and a half. We on 2 hours. Erica hour behind.
She on Central Standard Time.
Yeah. Hour behind. Erica down there in the pan. Erica like she down there in the panhandle. Down there in Fort Walton Beach somewhere.
Hey, we must be on 2 separate internets.
She must be using buddy Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna talk about my buddy Wi-Fi. I ain't gonna talk about my buddy Wi-Fi. Get on my buddy internet.
Hey, it's gonna forever be Buddy's Wi-Fi.
But buddy Wi-Fi had some bad Wi-Fi, boy. God, buddy say, but I'm sitting right here by the modem. But I had to go get some Luna Falls or Rabbit Ears to put on the modem.
Hey, bro, just go to McDonald's, man.
But let's go down the street. They got it for free, man. But I had to go sit outside in the car.
Oh, man. All right, fellas. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, it's 10:45.
Yeah, man. The board of education just texted me and said, "Don't be late." They just texted me, "Cause 10:45. Don't be late."
Well, they must be watching the show.
automated service or something, boy. Can't believe they text me.
Hey, letting everybody know y'all coming back tomorrow.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. Again, happy New Year's to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a prosperous 2022. New Year's resolutions. You guys came up with it. Y'all do New Year's resolutions?
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't eat egg salad if you plan on riding the bus. Tori said they got possible snow.
Where? Where you at?
He in Atlanta.
Oh, really?
Man, it's 86 degrees outside. Down here.
Hey, but it's supposed to get cold tonight, I think.
For real?
I know it's
supposed to be 39 degrees at 7 a.m.
Man, let me tell you something about Hassan County right now. Hassan County don't care if we're in the height of COVID. Hassan County don't care if a snowstorm's supposed to come. You going to work, Playboy.
Hey, 39 degrees at 8 a.m.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I know I'm calling in.
You said 39?
39.
Man, how I go from 86 to 39 like that? I know it rained a lot.
Like the old people say, that's how you catch some colds.
Man, I'm calling in the morning. I'm
telling you. I know like 50 tomorrow.
I don't know. I know my supervisor ain't listening because he go to bed about 9:30. So
Atlanta put kids on virtual.
Yeah, Atlanta kids on virtual. Guess what Hassan County kid gonna be at Tuesday?
In school.
In them school buildings. Like it's snot and all.
Tomorrow. Yeah, the high tomorrow 50, man.
Hey, man.
Bro, it's winter. Like, that's not cold.
No, I'm just saying, considering it's been in the 80s.
Man, bro, it's winter in Florida, too. It's the same time in Florida, ain't it?
I mean,
you're right. With that Omarion.
Ain't like 50.
Yeah.
If you 50, yeah.
I told my children going to school with gloves on like Mike Jackson.
With that Omarion.
Yeah. Oh, they riding with their gloves on and everything. Hoods and man.
I don't know, man. To me, that ain't even cold. Like, that's still a jacket.
Man,
that ain't super cold. I guess I'm just going with the what you call it.
It's a drastic change from, like you're saying, 70.
Well, my kid going to school with that Pooh Shiesty mask on, cuz. I'm telling you. Gloves and all.
Hey, they say your boy AB dropped a new rap single.
New rap single. What it called? First Day Out?
I don't know. Freshly cut. I don't know. So he dropped a new rap single after being cut by the Bucks. He went straight to the studio.
On the plane.
They said he wasn't going to be on that plane.
So fake.
How he got home then?
He was going to have to get his own plane. He wasn't flying back with team.
For real?
Yeah. I don't know if it's true or not, but they showed that cat outside the stadium waiting for somebody to pick him up.
He said AB coked out. He's on.
Man, AB.
But speaking of being out,
man, what that
was? Again, Happy New Year, man. Shout out to the whole squad. Hey, shout out to Jade and shout out to Ball So Hard for doing the year wrap-ups, man. Tough. Okay, what they doing out here, they killing it, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to Cubby Lee for what he's doing out here. Everybody, man. Everybody. Shout out to
the cat that jumped on the scene. His name Corey Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes CB.
I don't know, man. To me, that ain't even cold. Like, that's still a jacket.
Yeah, my boy CB.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but they showed that cat outside the stadium waiting for somebody to pick him up.
Yeah.
CB taking them pictures along with Cubby Lee.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey Barnes, man. He's one of those things with
Corey Barnes is a former Bear himself.
Really?
Yeah. He went to Orange County.
All right. Tom, come on back. Come on back home.
He was over there. He was taking pictures. That's who took that picture, Cam and Cam, I think.
Yeah, he was over there when y'all was over there. Tell him to come back when y'all ain't there.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Corey Barnes, appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. All the exposure you guys are giving on and off the court, on and off the football field, man. We appreciate it. Kids appreciate it.
I'm calling in tomorrow. I'm going back to work Tuesday when the kid go back. I ain't studying that. Ain't gonna have me up in there tomorrow looking crazy. Might have had my Pooh Shiesty mask on.
Wow, boy.
Hey, somebody just said something to me about having a Pooh Shiesty mask too.
Man,
it's probably one of our sponsors.
Who's our sponsor, brother? Tell it.
We got a sponsor with a Pooh Shiesty mask?
Yeah, they're talking about this. Yeah, which one was it?
Raised by Brian.
Happy Hydro. Raised by Brian. Happy Hydro.
Raised, KPB Designs.
Mm-hmm.
Hype South Media. Hype South Skills Lab.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Happy Hydro. Raised by Brian.
Mm-hmm.
619.
Mm-hmm.
Shots by Cubby Lee.
Shout by Cubby Lee.
Was it somebody else?
Oh man, we gotta get that banner too.
Yeah.
No, I don't say no more about
our good viewers. We appreciate you, our good viewers. We appreciate y'all for tuning in for the first episode in 2022. Season 3, episode 1. Brought it in right with our boy Ty Young.
The extended version.
The extended version, yeah. So this is all behind the scenes clips you're getting right now that we're supposed to be talking about.
Non-filtered.
Non-filtered. There you go. Non-filtered.
Well, I ain't studying this mother.
And they can kiss my
Char. That was Char earlier.
That was me earlier. I had to rewind the tape, man. Y'all go back and watch. See if y'all can catch it.
Maybe that's what Erica was talking about the first time she commented. Damn, Charles.
Yeah, she out behind. Yeah.
Could have been.
So it's her Wi-Fi.
But we appreciate you. We appreciate all viewers, man. What you got, KP?
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's time to go.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Joining in season 3. Tune in next week as we'll be back.
Yes, sir.
We might be an hour early.
Yeah. So I ain't got nothing for the group. Viewers, we appreciate y'all. We out. Peace.